Hey guys, it's Beth. Today I'll be using these two 8-inch bamboo rings in this house from Dollar Tree, some quart-sized stir sticks that I got from Home Depot. I started by filling in the holes on the house with the hot glue and just wiping off the excess. And then I took white school glue and did a layer of that on the front of the house, a generous layer covering the whole front of it. After I had that covered, well, it was still wet, so I did immediately after took snow white chalk paint and did a thick layer of that over the glue. I tried to get as much on my paintbrush as possible so my streaks would cover almost completely all the way down, trying to keep the paint going in the same direction, not putting it all over the place so it didn't move the glue around too much, and just covered the front of it. After I had the paint covered on there, I took my heating tool and just went around and dried the paint. And as soon as it starts to dry, you'll see the crackle effect coming through. You can let it just air dry. It takes quite a while since it's a lot of glue and a lot of paint. So I like using the heating tool, and it does a really good job. Then I took the bamboo rings, cut them a little bit more than half. So just a half ring, using my Fisker shears to cut them. And then I took my quart-size craft sticks, cut them just about in half, just making sure that it was the height I wanted, so it was going to be attached to both rings. So I just went ahead and cut a bunch of them in half for now. And then I wanted to make a base for the bottom of one of the rings. So I just hot glued the bottom side of the half ring with some hot glue and put the quart-size sticks on there, or super jumbo craft sticks, and just did that until I had it completely covered. And then I went around with my Fisker shears and trimmed up the craft sticks. And then sanded the edges on that. And then I moved on to the craft sticks I cut in half. I just took something that was a square to get my point and cut that with Fisker shears again. And then used that first one as a guide and marked off the other ones. And then trimmed those the same way and sanded them. Next, I hot glued them to the bamboo rings with hot glue. This first one I started by adding it to the one that I made the base, and then one on the edge, so I had two different sections to hot glue the next bamboo ring to. Just added some hot glue about 1.5 inches up from the first bamboo ring, and then did the very end on the other side. I'll have to trim that piece of bamboo up after. And then I took another craft stick and placed it on the opposite side of the ones on the ends, so on the inside of the two bamboo rings. And then I went around on the front side and gave it a little bit of a space, and then hot glued another craft stick. Did that until I had the front completely filled in. And then I took more craft sticks, and on the inside of the bamboo rings, put craft sticks to fill in those gaps I had made from the front. Once I had it completely filled in, I took the Snow White chalk paint again and painted the entire thing. Once that was done, I took these transfers, which I got from Amazon. I believe I had just searched farmhouse transfers or rub-on transfers. Cut one of the pieces out, just says welcome to our home, and peeled off the backing, which took off some of my paint, so I have to touch it up. I don't think I let it dry quite enough. So after I had that touched up, I hot glued my little round fence piece to the front bottom part of the house. And then I just need to fill it in. I added in floral foam and then some Spanish moss and then some florals, which I did end up changing. I went with a different color, but I just love how it turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching.